Hello, Purple Rose here, continuing on in Western Skyrim. Previously I was in Carthwatch and did the quest there, and I was just randomly travelling up the road here, and I'm just here, and I see Rigurt the Brash just up here on the road, so we'll see what he wants. What crazy things he wants to get up to this time.
If you hadn't defeated that nasty little elf Vox, I'm sure our great King Yoren would have taken care of her.
So they've got a prisoner.
Bestest friend, Rigurt was just thinking about his past diplomatic successes with you. It helped distract from his current predicament. Oh, but you can help Rigurt as you did before. You are his greatest assistant after all.
I wouldn't call them successes, they were barely successes. So what's the problem?
Skald-King sent Rigurt to Western Skyrim for an important mission, to talk to Thane and Thane about a peace treaty with Windhelm. Helping Rigurt meet them is Jarl Morin of Whiterun, Skyrim's greatest diplomat. After Rigurt, of course.
Well, we're a long way from Whiterun. So what's the problem?
Rigurt is supposed to meet them soon, but there is something wrong with his aide. He is meaner and hungrier than usual. Rigurt cannot meet the Thanes without an aide. He needs a new one who will not start things off on the wrong hoof. Can you help?
I'll be your aide at this meeting.
Oh, thank you, friend. Rigurt wouldn't want these Thanes to think less of him for something so silly. Meet Rigurt at Jarl Morin's hunting lodge. There we broker a great peace treaty between Eastern and Western Skyrim.
Why are you here with the Jarl of Whiterun?
Rigurt knows there is no love for the Skald-King or his domain here. But with the Three Banners War, Rigurt must find allies and friends wherever he can. Solitude has not received an envoy from Whiterun for ages. We needed another way.
And Jarl Morin can help with that?
There is no greater mediator in all of Skyrim. Besides Rigurt, of course. Jarl Morin is also distant kin to Western Skyrim's rulers. Her family's hunting lodge is here. She can come and go from the kingdom without raising concern.
Tell me more about your mission.
Rigurt's mission is the same as always, to be the handsome, friendly face of Nord culture throughout all of Tamriel. Rigurt is only sent on the most important assignments. This time he must convince Thanes to sign a peace treaty with Windhelm.
Why now?
The Three Banners War drags on, and anyone that is not a friend to Windhelm may soon become an enemy. Besides, it is no good to have neighbors you disagree with. Rigurt had a neighbor once, growing up. She swept away his favorite anthill. So sad.
Okay. So, what's wrong with him? So, we've got to go to the hunting lodge. Be the mediator or whatever. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
I'm not to be disturbed, unless those two decide to play nice with each other and join me.
Jarl Morin, Rigurt has a new aide. We can talk with the Thanes now.
The talks aren't happening, Rigurt. Those fools refuse to set aside their inane feud. Gods, I need a drink.
Let's talk, friend.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, but Jarl Morin has asked not to be disturbed. Truly, the Jarl was ambitious to try and get both Thanes to meet with her at the same time, given their history.
Why are the Thanes feuding?
Something to do with a new life feast they attended at Carthwatch a few seasons back. I don't know the details, but as I understand it, the whole thing was pretty idiotic. But neither one would forgive the other. So here we are.
Tell me about Thane Haraldi and Thane Svein?
Which one do you want to hear about first? Thane Haraldi or Thane Svein?
Thane Haraldi.
They call him Flint Pastor in the taverns because he... well, acts like the kind of man that passes flint every time he uses the privy. Stern, humorless, can't stand anything that might embarrass him. Oh, and he loves fishing, adores it.
And Thane Svein?
Thane Svein loves melees almost as much as he loves his meals. He's incredibly strong and has an appetite to match. I saw him eat a whole cockerel pie straight from the oven. Hadn't even cooled. He couldn't talk for nearly half a year.
Wow, that would burn your tongue off.
Jarl Morin wants Rigurt's help to get the Thanes to put aside their silly feud so they can negotiate. It's just like the Skald-King always says. You always find Rigurt at the heart of a problem, because he is so good at fixing them.
No, you're not. Without our help, you would be nowhere. What are the Thanes feuding about?
Rigurt does not know. Every little thing rankles these Western beard pullers. My cheese is too round. Mine is not round enough. Rigurt, get your hands out of the cheese. Still, Rigurt is sure we will solve that problem, whatever it is.
Can you tell me more about the Thanes themselves?
Rigurt knows only what Jarl Morin told him. Thane Haraldi likes to fish and keeps the old gods, the animal kinds. Thane Svein likes to eat and complain, like Thanes do in Eastmarch, but meaner. Rigurt will need your help to get them to meet.
I'll help you resolve the feud between the Thanes.
Thank you, friend. This makes Rigurt happier than a hairy skeever in the larder. Ending this feud will be simple for us. Rigurt has overcome many trials that others said were hopeless, like that time he fell in a latrine at Fort Amol.
Should we ask Jarl Morin for advice?
Rigurt has this under control, friend. There is no need to bother Jarl Morin. We will find the Thanes, end their feud, and begin the talks before she even finishes her mead. Rigurt just hopes she saves a drink for him.
So, let's go to the Thanes. So, Thane Haraldi likes to fish. The other one likes to eat. That might come in handy.
Sod off, Ice Eel. I'd let a giant bed me before I sat at the table with Thane Haraldi.
That happened to Rigurt once. Friend, perhaps you can talk to the Thane.
Perhaps. I doubt he will listen.
Rigurt's beard is going to go grey by the time he's done dealing with these Thanes. Can you try talking sense into him? He makes Rigurt's head hurt.
So this is the Thane that likes eating. So they're just his bodyguards. Food item list for travel. Thane Svein likes to eat. Let's make sure we have everything to keep him happy. 25 sweet rolls. Likes his cheese as well. As much fish as we can carry, not an exaggeration. Okay.
Orky's gullet. The Skald-King's got some persistent sods working for him. If you're here to ask me to meet with Jarl Morin and that milk drinker Haraldi, then kindly clear off. Thane Haraldi's such a horker, he almost ruins my appetite. Almost.
Can't the two of you put your feud aside?
Kind's breath. I'm about to keel over from hunger, and that's all you can think to ask me? I am a Thane of Western Skyrim, not some mollycoddled poet from Yoren's boudoir. Now be gone. Waiting for the feast is hard enough without pointless talk.
The feast?
Every time I've been invited to Jarl Morin's cabin, she's prepared a traditional feast for me. This time, I fasted all week just to prepare. But I didn't expect that snowback Hraldi to show up. I must have been born under a bad star.
Then why not just eat something?
I swore that the next meal I ate would be a Nordic feast. And I keep my oaths, damn it. Besides, my sodding vassals left their provisions back home.
Why not just leave?
Ha! Thane Hraldi knows I'm here. I'm not going to give that steely-eyed blighter the satisfaction of knowing I was the first to quit.
Ah, Nords. They're so stubborn.
Rigurt knew from the moment he saw Thane Svine's belly. This is a Nord that acts with his gut, not his head. Rigurt is much the same. Only he looks worse with his shirt off. But if a Nordic feast will make Thane Svine listen, then he'll get one.
What are you thinking?
Our portly friend wants a fine Nordic meal, yes? Then Rigurt will make him the mouth-wateringest Nordic roast boar that he's ever had. And to assure success, Rigurt will elevate this dish with techniques he's learned from across Tamriel.
Oh no, that's not a good idea after your failure in elsewhere. You sure you could do this?
Friend, Rigurt spreads the joy of Nordic cuisine across all of Tamriel. He has also seen how other cultures fill their bellies. This will be easy. All Rigurt needs is help getting ingredients.
What ingredients do you need?
Rigurt's friend Farthor, a butcher from Greenshade, is wintering in Dragonbridge. His meat is divine, and we can season it with Orcish Howlwater. Rigurt knows Magrok in Mor Khazgur. Brews it. While you get those, Rigurt will get the final item.
How do you know these people?
Have you forgotten that Rigurt is Windhelm's most accomplished cultural ambassador? He makes friends everywhere, and learns as much as possible about each place he visits, especially when it concerns their food and beverages.
What's so special about Farthor's meat?
Rigurt samples meats from all across Tamriel. Some squirmed, some barked, some fought, but it was in Greenshade that Rigurt ate the finest cuts. I don't know what kind of animal it came from, but Farthor said it honored the pact.
What's Orcish Hellwater?
Rigurt doesn't exactly remember. It's strong stuff, prized by the clans of Hrothgar. It's sure to make a wonderful ingredient, friend.
Let's hope. Let's hope. Okay, so I have to go. Gotta find meat for Rigurt. Do this first, and then we'll go to the other Thane afterwards. But yeah, with his failed cooking attempt in Elsewhere, I don't see how this will be better.
Do I even dare hope you have another supplier? Or shall I savor this drink?
I thought I might do business with a few trolls, actually. They have excellent meat.
It's Ina. So I want to talk to Farthor.
A watched sausage never dries, so my father said. I suppose talking to some stranger is as worthwhile a way to pass the time as any. What do you want with the likes of me?
A mutual friend, Rigurt the Brash, sent me he needs some meat.
Rigurt, that oafish Nord ambassador is here. Of course he is. Just when things seem to be going smoothly, he shows up. If Rigurt needs meat, why does he send you to bother me? Skyrim has its share of butchers. Competent ones, even.
It's for a special meal, only the best will do.
Well, I guess even the boar has good taste. The only thing I have fit for a fancy meal is a boar carcass I've been aging. But it's going to the Jarl's table. Tough luck.
My character's not really intimidating. Is there any way you'd give the meat to Rigurt?
Perhaps. I came to Skyrim to try Kiviak, made by real giants. It's a delicacy. There's a giant camp nearby, but no one will guide me to it or dig up the treat for me. The giants bury it, you see. You want that boar? Bring me the kiviak. Fair trade.
Okay, I'll get the kiviak for you.
We don't have anything else to discuss, right? I need to focus on the curing. Or that's 2 days of work for nothing.
Okay. So we'll go to the giant camp. I know intimidating would make this fast, but my character doesn't do that. Besides, we get to go to the giant camp. Which is here. So what's a kiviak? Some giant treat, but what is that? A lumpy, smell-filling bundle wrapped in a sodden leathers and fastened with belts. So what's in it? If it's foul-smelling, not sure I'd want to eat it, whatever it is. Hopefully you'll give us the meat.
Well now, what brings you back to me? If it's for some head cheese, it won't be ready for another hour or so.
I have your kiviak.
Huh. I didn't actually think you'd get it. I'm surprised. I hope the crows have soured enough. Otherwise it's liable to kill someone. In any event, you help me, so I'll help you. The boar carcass is yours.
So wait, it's actually crows? Ew. Can I take it with me?
You expect me to let you put a whole boar carcass in your bag and have the meat bruise while you traipse across the countryside? No. I'll have the carcass sent over to Rigurt with proper handling.
You seem to care a lot about meat.
Why shouldn't I? It's what I'm made out of.
Yeah, wouldn't you put it that way? Okay, that's the meat gotten. I gotta get some of that orcish... What was it? It was some orcish drink or something. Oh, I haven't even been there yet. Okay, let's... right over there now. But yeah, if he doesn't like Rigurt, these other people we're going to meet also probably don't like Rigurt. But from what we've learned, no one likes Rigurt with what he does and how he messes things up. This way. Hope this is a shortcut. So yeah, there's other quests here that I will pick up later.
You best turn around and head back the way you came, traveler. It's not safe.
It's not safe, but I have to go. So we're nearly there. Some sort of mine. Town, maybe? Oh, it's an orcish stronghold, is it? Yeah, it's the orc stronghold. They usually don't let outsiders in.
You're here for my howl water, aren't you? How in the 12 strongholds does everyone know when the latest batch is ready? It's ridiculous.
Rigurt the Brash sent me, he needs the howl water.
Absolutely not! I've seen what a spirit like howl water can do in the hands of a Nord like Rigurt. My clan is still rebuilding their longhouse. No sale.
How about you let me have a bottle for free to help save all of Skyrim?
Fine. For Hrothgar's sake. But you only get a bottle. With a whole cask, Rigurt might just burn down the countryside. Malacath take me. I hope I don't regret this.
Thanks.
I'm still surprised at how many people crave my howl water. I've never been able to develop a taste for the stuff myself, but most orcs can't get enough of it.
What exactly is howl water?
You trying to steal my formula or something? Ha! I'll never tell. Fermenting it in a mound of mammoth dung helps give it its distinctive smell. But the rest is a trade secret.
Ugh. I don't know if I'd drink that. Mammoth dung. What is this? So yeah, this is an orc stronghold. Definitely be coming back here later on. So yeah, let's go take these to Rigurt. I think that's done. Acquire both ingredients. Yep, go back to Rigurt. Which there's really no near. I'll just ride there. So yeah, I'll come back to this stronghold later on to do their quest. Oh yeah, giant camp. Eat the moldy cheese. Cool. So, is that all the giant camps done? Oh yeah. Giant cheese connoisseur. There was one I took. One of the other giant camps. Might have been that one. That was actually moldy cheese, but I ate it anyway and I threw up. It was funny. It's good how they add things like that. So that is an elevator. But I do not want to go to Blackreach. So we'll probably pass that other Thane on the way. But I'll finish this one first and do the other Thane who I think likes fishing. So I'm not sure what that part of the quest will involve. Do we have to catch them some fish? Or get them some bait? Who knows? So hopefully you'll be happy with this feast.
If this lout thinks he can win me over with a simple roast boar, then he's going to be sorely disappointed. Oh, it does smell good.
Friend, you are just in time. Rigurt is almost out of Nord warrior jokes. He told his favorite about the lusty Horker. But perhaps it was not explained well enough. Usually it gets quite the laugh. Ah, I see the meat is here. Do you have the howl water?
I don't think I should give him the howl water because it sounds like it's really flammable. Let's see how this disaster will unfold. I have it right here.
Oh, it is as strong as Rigurt remembers. Good! Rigurt used his contacts at Solitude's port to get his hands on some Riemann cane spice and a special secret ingredient. Now we are ready to cook.
What do you need me to do?
Rigurt must focus on tending the fire. In the meantime, you should make sure the roast boar is perfect. If it is too bland, add more seasoning. Too dry, baste with howl water. Too tough, tenderize it. So, friend, are you ready?
Okay, let's prepare the meal.
Smells too bland. Spice the meat, friend.
Spice it. How do I spice it? Here we go, season.
The meat's getting too dry. Use the howl water.
Baste.
The meat's tougher than a mud crab's shell. Let's soften it up. The meat's drying out again. Give it another splash.
Oh no.
Soften it up again, friend.
Sure, bollocks, man. Do you mean to drive me mad with that scent?
Thane swine, Rigurt prepared an exquisite dish to cure your grumpiness.
This is sodding wonderful. But there's a taste I can't place.
That's Rigurt's secretest ingredient, powdered hagraven squeezings.
Oh no.
We did it, friend. He's overcome with bliss. Let's ask him if he's changed his mind.
Hagraven. Oh, Rigurt, what have you done? At least it didn't explode.
Thane swine loves Rigurt's cooking. Now see if he will attend Rigurt's meeting, dear Aid.
I doubt that he will.
Damn you and that idiot! Feeding me powdered hag-raven squeezings! Are you trying to kill me? And yet, by the gods, that taste, that aroma, I can't get it out of my mind. It's haunting.
So you like it?
I cannot lie, I do. But no one can know. Hag-ravens are filthy, revolting beasts. If anyone hears that I've eaten one, my title will be revoked. I'll be the shame of Western Skyrim. How can something so vile taste so good?
Ugh, just stop talking about it. Are you willing to put your feud aside and meet with Thane, Haraldi, and Jarl Morin?
Damn you. Both of you. Fine. I'll forget the feud with Haraldi and go to this meeting. But I have two conditions. First, you can tell no one about what I ate here today. Second, whatever seasoning's left over is mine.
You have a deal. I'll make sure Thane Haraldi attends the meeting as well.
Make sure Haraldi gets his arse in that lodge. I'll pull myself together in the meantime.
Put on a shirt. Are you well enough to attend the meeting?
Of course I am. I just need a moment to reflect. After tasting that meal, I don't think I'll ever be the same again.
Cool. Well, that worked in our favor.
Rigurt needs to taste this boar for himself. Nothing better than fresh hagraven squeezings.
You go ahead. I'm not touching that stuff. So yeah, that was not as a disaster as I thought it would be.